Today's topic actually was inspired by this, just these little notes that I get every morning on the calendar. So it's an inspiration calendar, and so today it was about joy. So it reads this: joy is what happens to us when we allow ourselves to recognize how good things really are. I hung on to this all day today because I was like, joy and happiness are different? What's the difference between joy and happiness? If joy is what happens to us or when we recognize good things, then what's happiness? So I was doing a little bit of research. First of all, the person that wrote this quote was Marianne Williamson. Apparently she's a famous author, American author. She's written 13 books. She's a spiritualist, political activist. Anyway, I'll have to check her out at a later date, and maybe you will want to too. But for today's Wednesday Wellness, I thought let's talk about and delve a little bit into the difference between joy and happiness. So what is joy? Well, joy is a smaller word than happiness, of course. Joy apparently is in the heart, where happiness is in your face, or in the moment. Joy is in the soul, happiness is in the moment. Joy transcends, happiness reacts. Joy embraces peace and contentment, waiting to be discovered. Joy runs deep and it overflows, while happiness just hugs and says hello. So now I'm kind of getting the difference between joy and happiness. Joy is an inner feeling. Happiness is an outward expression. So if I'm smiling because I'm happy because something just happened, that's not necessarily joy. You hear people say, choose joy, practice joy, live joy, feel happiness. So I don't know if you guys are following me here, but I know that what I want to do is create as much joy in 2022 as possible. So I wanted to know how to do that. Here's 4 tips on creating more joy in your life. Number 1, and I actually kind of do this, and I especially do this at the beginning of every year. I don't know if it's because things have slowed down for us and we're able to pay attention, but the very first thing is to appreciate the little things. We live in a culture where we celebrate only the big accomplishments that we achieve, and the truth is that those little accomplishments add up to big ones. And so why aren't we celebrating those little accomplishments? The small things matter. Number 1. Number 2, self-care. Again, everybody, they've got their New Year's resolution. They want to get back on track, working out, eating healthy, treating your body well. What I like to do sometimes is I make a meal, and even though it's just for myself, I decorate my plate and I do it purposefully. And I find that I get a lot more out of any kind of event, whether it's a meal or going to do something, just putting my mind fully into it and focusing on it and treating myself gently. That's self-care to me. So I love to do that. I don't always do that. 3, surround yourself with positive people. We already know this, but believe me, there's lots of negative Nellies out there, and everybody giving predictions of what's happening, and especially with everything going on with the pandemic, and constantly changing. We're always Sorry, my son is chatting with me right now as it's coming up here. Anyway, surround yourself with positive people. We have too much negativity around us in the world, so really go and spend time with your friends, whether it's on Zoom or in person or on the phone. I don't care. Get some positive people in your life. And then the last one, laugh. Laugh more. Force yourself to laugh. Watch a comedy. I don't care. Laughter is key. When you're a little kid, you giggle, you have fun with your friends. We don't do that anymore. So laugh so that you can experience more joy. Let's all experience as much joy as we can in 2022. And we'll see you next week for the Van City Wednesday Wellness.